seem to be getting so polarized, and we've talked about gridlock in Congress, and this election looks like it's going to polarize us even farther, and we won't be able to accomplish anything. How do we get back to the place where the parties can compromise in Congress in order to?
So what's happened is that,
that's a whole nother.
Yeah, well, the short answer is that the parties used to be. There were a lot of different ideologies in both parties. You had sort of the conservative Southern Democrats, you had Northern Liberal Democrats, you had conservative Midwestern Republicans, you had so-called Rockefeller Republicans, Northeastern kind of moderate to liberal Republicans. And so there was some ideological crossover in the two parties, and that would lead to compromise sometimes in the House and the Senate. Now the parties are ideologically sorted out, which in some ways is a good thing, because if you're a liberal voter, you know that you're going to vote for the Democrats because they represent your interests clearly. Because if you're a conservative voter, the Republicans are going to represent your interests better. You know that. But the problem is that in a system that's designed, that requires compromise to get things done because of the various checks and balances in our system, it's just hard to do that when you have two parties that are very polarized. How does that change? I don't have a great sense of it. I think that if Trump were elected, there's a chance, maybe just a small chance, that he ends up being a good president. And one of the ways he might do that is, what if Trump actually is the deal maker that he says he is, and he figures out a way to compromise on things. Now, that's a very generous interpretation of what the Trump presidency might be like. And also, you could say this about Clinton too. One of Obama's problems is that Obama doesn't have much of a relationship with the leaders in Congress. Clinton probably does, and had when she was in the U.S. Senate, and so maybe Clinton can do some more work there too. But as you can probably tell, I'm grasping at straws, because I think there's reason to be pessimistic about the ability of the two parties to come together. It's because the parties are so sorted out now, and I don't have a great answer as to what can fix that.